Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, everyone. It is September the 6th, 2021. Many people around the U.S. are celebrating Labor Day and just simply taking a moment to remember and to be in remembrance. My name is Sunshine Day, and welcome to A Spiritual Remedy, where I am your spiritual living coach, and it is my absolute joy to provide the spiritual tools and the loving support for your personal transformation. If you're someone in recovery, you have a dear and near place in my heart, and you are my squad, you are my people, and I do this because of you. What I know is that this month, the month of September, we're celebrating National Recovery Month. Now, here's the deal. National Recovery Month, President Biden made a proclamation and he proclaimed that September 2021 as National Recovery Month. And National Recovery Month is the observance held every September to educate people in the U.S. about substance use and mental health services that can help you better your life. Now, the reason I'm highlighting it, of course, on my show this entire month is because this is what I do. This is what I've been talking about, that we are stuck. Good morning, Nancy. That we are stuck in behaviors and beliefs that are destructive. And so, whether we find that we are, whether we have substance use as it relates to food, drugs and alcohol, pot, pills, sex, shopping, overeating, undereating, over-earning, under-earning, even fitness and alcohol. A substance use where we use this. Good morning, Bertha. Where we use this as a way to maybe fill a hole in our life. What National Recovery Month gets an opportunity to do is to celebrate the strides that folks in recovery have made. It recognizes the gains made by those in recovery. And so I definitely want to highlight that and want to be able to speak to that this month, because we do recover. Now, the theme for this year is recovery is for everyone, every person, every family, and every community. And, what are you in recovery for and or from? But that's not even the question that I want to ask. Is as much as I want to ask, how is it that you want to celebrate your recovery this month? And we want to look at celebrating the strides and the gains that you've made, even if you think that they're little, even if you think that, oh, no one's going to notice. It is important for us, whether it has to do with mental health or substance use, to begin to look at the strides and the gains that we've made to improve our living. And why that's important is because as we continue to look at the strides and the gains that we make in recovery, we actually are proving and showing ourselves that we're living our best life. You see, I see a world where, where clean and sober people, where people in recovery are living their best life and loving it. And so that's why I provide the spiritual tools. And one of the spiritual tools that we're talking about this month is celebration, as it is National Recovery Month. Now, there are interesting topics, because right away, people want to say, oh, well, I go to this anonymous program or that anonymous program, and I'm not supposed to, outwardly celebrate my recovery. And, because of this thing called anonymity. And what I want to share with you is that anonymity is really something, for the purpose of not outing yourself that you are in a 12-step recovery program. Good morning to you, Sunny Day. the purpose of National Recovery Month is to actually celebrate the things that you're recovering from. This is not to highlight or to even state that you're in a particular 12-step anonymous program. You want to be anonymous when you're, by not saying or not outing yourself, on press, radio, and film, that, that you're part of these, 12-step anonymous programs. However, anonymity and National Recovery Month is about celebrating the gains and the strides, and really celebrating yourself and celebrating others who've made these strides in recovery. So there is a difference. And hey, beloved cousin, what's happening? Asia, it's important that as we look at National Recovery Month, that we separate the two from this idea of, oh, I'm not going to out myself that I'm in an anonymous program. No one's asking you to do that. If you are comfortable, what it's important to recognize is that we get to celebrate the strides, the accomplishments, the leaps and bounds of growth that people who have been involved in substance use or mental health challenges before, those leaps, those bounds, those strides, so that others can see that it is available for them as well. Good morning, Jan. So glad to have you with us today. All of us, from, celebrities to sports figures, neighbors, friends, family members, everybody has somebody in their life who has experienced these peaks and this valley. Yes, I want to celebrate mine and others. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Cynthia. It's important because we are community, and whether you recognize it or not, our oneness dictates that we celebrate one another. Our oneness dictates that when I see you, I see me. Not there, but for the grace of God go I, but there go I. Like, that is me. That is my other me. I usually share this poem anytime I touch on that, just to recognize our oneness. Because if you have this thing, oh, I might not be an, alcoholic or addict, or those kinds of things, actually, those kinds of words that also stigmatize the experience of substance use. Substance use is something, and I'll get back to the poem in just a moment. Substance use is what people use in order to fill a gap, in order to stop a craving, in order, and it is a disorder. It's a disorder. It's a medical disorder. And it goes across the line also with, with smoking and drugs and alcohol and shopping and, and all of those, even love addiction is a thing. So when we use words that stigmatize, and sometimes words, they do have triggers. They stigmatize it. Oh, I'm not an alcoholic. Oh, no, not me. I'm not an alcoholic, man. That's you. That's somebody else, And I use my Bronx because I've heard that from my family members, just like that, It's important that when we take a look at National Recovery Month, that we're looking at it from a perspective that people heal, and they heal from substance use, and they receive substance use treatment, and they recover from mental health challenges because they receive mental health services. And it's important to begin to use those kinds of words, right? The words that empower and help people move forward versus the words that disempower. here's something that I want to read right here. It says National Recovery Month is a national observance held every September to educate Americans that substance use treatment and mental health services can enable those with mental and or substance use disorder to live a healthy and rewarding life. I got to tell you something. I am living a healthy and rewarding life, and that's why I do this. Because I live a healthy and rewarding life, to the degree in which I can allow others and let others know about the simple steps that are possible for each and every person to have a healthy and rewarding life, I want to share it. I want to share it. And because the theme of this year is recovery is for everyone, every person, every family, every community, I'm doing my part on a regular basis to make available the treatment, the spiritual mind treatment, the support, the loving support, the spiritual tools, as well as the medical tools that are possible and available so that everyone can live a joyous and rewarding life. Now, when I was telling you about that poem I keep right here on my wall here, and it is a poem that says, "Tú eres mi otro yo," which is, you are my other me. Si te hago daño a ti, if I do harm to you, me hago daño a mí mismo. I do harm to myself. Si te amo y respeto, if I love and respect you, me amo y respeto yo. I love and respect myself. And this is by Luis Valdez and Domingo Martinez Padres. So that's what I mean. Not there but for the grace of God go I, but there go I. You are my other me, and I am your other you. And to the degree in which we assist one another in recovery, it is to that degree that we're actually living a happy and joyous life. So, this month, what are you recovering from, and what do you want to celebrate? What leaps and strides? I want to also let you know that folks who are family members of folks who have experienced, alcohol and drug use disorder are also in a league of their own, which is part of the recovery as well. That sometimes the person who they're trying to fix or be with actually becomes the source of addiction in a sense. And so there are many, many ways that we recover, and that recovery is available. It is by shifting our mindset. It is by changing our playground, our playmates. It is by doing the things necessary to change up, seeking medical attention. Now, for my siblings, right, my squad who also deals with mental disorders, right? I want to really encourage you not to be ashamed or embarrassed. Stress in one's day can also push someone to where they recognize that mental disorders are at hand. But there are so many treatments available, so much support, so much prayer, so many communities that we don't have to suffer in silence. And so if you're in my squad, if you're within the realm of hearing my voice, I want you to take this as an invitation, whether it's, mental health services or substance use treatment. Please get the help necessary. Please reach out to me. Please just take that small step, if you haven't done so already, to begin to live the rest of your life from a different vantage point, from a vantage point where you have a conscious connection to this indwelling presence and power that is your very life. From a vantage point of you are in charge of your life. So you're making every step necessary, and you're taking every step necessary to be able to live a life of joy and a life of rewards, a life of peace, a life of power, a life of harmony, a life of love, a life of abundance, a life of freedom from the chemicals that once held you down. You see, and guidance is available. And that's why this month I took a break from my book, Begin Within, to actually have us celebrate National Recovery Month. So here's what I want to do. I am inviting folks not only to begin to celebrate right here on this page, on my official Sunshine Day page, and to celebrate and to post, your celebrations and your milestones and the leaps and bounds of, like, here's what I used to do before I got treatment, before I got the help that I needed. And now here's what I am doing as a result of that. I mean, flood my page with everything that celebrates your recovery. Even if it's like, I woke up without the urge to use substances today, or I've been taking my medication on a regular basis and I feel amazing. Whatever it is that we can do to celebrate and uplift one another, I want to be able to provide that right here on my page. I want you to be able to tell me or email me stories. Go to my website, aspiritualremedy.com, and go ahead and shoot me an email. Right there on my page, you can email me. Shoot me an email with your story and how you have come on the other side so that I can celebrate you. The whole month of September, I'm going to be highlighting some stories of people in recovery, just so that we can really celebrate and really support one another. I'll also be able that if you need some assistance, be able to offer you some referrals and resources so that if you're ready to take that step, that you can do so now. So here's what I know. And here's where this show can be of use to you. And that is, a spiritual remedy is really about pointing you within, pointing you to begin within, because I believe that you are not broken. You are not broken. And when we're talking about recovery, I am talking about right within you, right? Like right within you, there is a power and a presence and a life. Your life itself is that power and presence. This life is the life of infinite intelligence. It is the life of a power and a presence that is all-knowing, all-powerful, and everywhere present. And because you are not broken, you are simply having a human experience as this power and presence. It may appear and people might tell you that you're broken. But as you begin to actually tap into your own life and the power and presence of your own life, this infinite intelligence that is your very, very body, you begin to actually recognize that you're in the co-pilot seat and that life itself is the pilot, and that it is always going to guide you and direct you to what is for your highest and your best. So you have no idea what happens when you surrender and when you allow yourself to be guided by this indwelling power and presence that is your life. I would love to teach you how to tap into that power and presence that is already there. So go ahead and go to aspiritualremedy.com. There you can email me. There you can sign up for a couple of classes that I have starting this month. Actually, I have a spiritual growth circle that goes for 90 days. And I also have a 6-week class on living the serenity prayer, where we actually get an opportunity to live the serenity prayer for real. You sign up there, you push the link, sign up there, and we're going to get started in just a couple of weeks during National Recovery Month. What we are recovering is we are recovering our whole self. We are recovering our love self. We are recovering our perfect self because we have been mistaken. We have been mistaken about who we are. We have developed these character ways of being to deal with this idea that we're separate from life, and we're really not. And so I would love to be your spiritual living guide, your sober guide, your guide, especially during National Recovery Month, so that together we can celebrate our recovery. We can celebrate the strides and the great things that have happened as a result of accepting this type of help. And so until next Monday, go ahead and email me. You can post right here on my Facebook page. You can go to aspiritualremedy.com, send me an email. I want to celebrate you. I want to highlight you. I want to hear about all the things that are happening now because you have taken your recovery into your hands and you have allowed your life to get better one day at a time. Until next Monday, know that you're loved. Bye for now.
Celebrate life. You celebrate your life. Celebrate the memories, the birds and the trees, the hugs and the kisses, the hits and the misses.
Don't wait till it's too late.
Don't wait till it's too late.
Love and appreciate.
Love and appreciate.
Show them that you care.
Show them that you care, and you'll always be there.
Yeah.
Celebrate life. Rejoice, rejoice. 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 Celebrate life.